Now I shall call upon a young lady, a very concerned young lady who loves Singapore. She has undertaken a project of her own, which is very interesting, and I shall let her come and say what she does. Jeraldine Phneah. Wow.
Hi, hello Singaporeans. Happy National Day. And Selamat Hari Raya. My name is Jeraldine Phneah. I'm 22 years old this year and I'm a student in NTU. Today my speech is dedicated to a very special group of people living in Singapore, the elderly. Why? Because they are the ones who are responsible for creating the successful Singapore that we have today. Can everyone please clap your hands to show support for the elderly in Singapore? However, sadly today, the elderly are being socially marginalized. When you walk around the streets, you can see a lot of old people collecting cardboards, selling tissue papers, and working at such an old age like in their 80s and 90s. To reintegrate the elderly into our society, my friend and I have started a petition to reintroduce dialects on local television and radio. Until today, we have garnered a total of 1,530 signatures. Thank you so much everyone for your support. Các vị đại家好，食饱未？我的名是皮嘉玲，我今年22岁，我是南洋大学第4年的大学生。我晓讲福建话，是因为我细汉是互阿公阿嬷带大汉的。我的老爸老母也是有教啊。我的福建话毋是真好，希望大家听了会明白。在新加坡做人死袂共苦，什么物件也是真贵，拢做的物件也是虚假。真侪老汉细汉无读册，袂晓讲红毛话，无变80、90岁了，搁爱做工，收碗盘，买七片纸，吹两碗，看了真心痛。因为讲华语运动，今仔的少年真侪袂晓讲方言。袂使甲家己的阿公阿嬷讲话，我感觉即个代志真可笑。今日世界，我甲朋友开始一个反方言运动，即阵有1530个人请阮人的请愿书，感谢大家的支持。I shall now explain the ways in which the Speak Mandarin campaign has affected the elderly in our society. The very obvious one is that now we have a language barrier between the young and the elderly. A lot of young people cannot even communicate with their own grandparents. I can tell you that no amount of intergeneration bonding activities is going to work if the elderly have so much trouble communicating with the young. Secondly, the elderly are also isolated from our society. They are unable to understand news and stay updated with current affairs. As such, how are they going to make good political decisions? Should they know, who they should vote for?
That's the idea.
During the haze, there was also no public service announcements being made when the PSI was at very dangerous levels such as 300 and 400. Many elderly members cannot tell the difference between an N95 mask and a surgical mask. They do not even know what PSI stands for or how to read the reading. Lastly, the elderly do not have access to quality entertainment. My grandmother has difficulty walking. When all of us are in school or work, her main form of entertainment is television and radio. However, she cannot even understand what the TV program is talking about and often has to ask us for translation. This is the same problem faced by several elderly members in our society. I believe that after contributing so much to Singapore, they deserve to enjoy television and local radio programs in a language that they can understand. However, the reintroduction of dialect has been met with resistance. 2 days ago, Lee Kuan Yew, during his book launch, he stated that he was against the reintroduction of dialects because it will affect one's command of Mandarin. In 2010, MTA rejected a similar suggestion with the same reason. However, till today, many young Singaporeans are still not fluent in Chinese, and this shows that it has nothing to do with dialects at all. Modern day studies has also proven that young children are able to learn multiple languages when they are young. Many of my fellow petition signers have also attested to the fact that dialect helps to increase one's appreciation and love for the Chinese language rather than affects the development. So I think that a bigger problem in the mastery of Mandarin would be our education system and how it is being taught in schools. The second argument against the reintroduction of dialects is that it is not financially viable. However, what I'm asking for here is not an entire new channel to be set up in dialects, but instead having a dual sound option. If we can have a dual sound option for Japanese and Korean dramas, why can't we have that for our TVB and Hokkien ones? The third argument against my petition is only a very small proportion of people in Singapore speak dialects. This is not true. If you notice, during the general elections 2011, several politicians actually delivered their speech in dialects, and this shows that the dialect-speaking group forms a significant proportion of our electorate and Singapore community. The last argument will be that children do not need television and radio to teach them dialects, and it is the parents' responsibility. I think that in this case, the government has underestimated the role of television and radio in teaching dialects. This other girl working on a petition with me, called Ma Poi, sitting in the front row there, she's only 18 years old, but she can speak Bahasa Melayu, Cantonese, and Hakka fluently. Why? Why? Because she grew up in Malaysia. So that's how she picked up Bahasa Melayu and Guangdonghua from the TVB dramas and Malay dramas. It is very urgent for us to eradicate the policies that are isolating the elderly from our society. They are the ones who built this prosperous nation today and do not deserve this kind of treatment from our society. They should not be struggling to earn needs or be socially isolated. My birthday wish for Singapore is for us to become an inclusive society and a caring one. As we celebrate National Day, let's not forget the elderly because they are the ones who helped us to get here in the first place. Thank you very much. Terima kasih. Kamsahat pagi.
Well done, Jacqueline. Well, one thought came to my mind is that we in transitioning.org has received many cases of professional people having lost their job and couldn't find an equivalent job. This is certainly a waste of resources and an undue anxiety imposed on a large sector of our population. Nobody can say for certain his job is safe 1 year from now. Who can say that? I therefore appeal to Mr. Lee Hsien Loong again on this day We are not opposing you. We are suggesting things to you which we hope you would apply. You have started reducing the number of foreigners given work permit, employment pass, etc., etc. We hope you would continue doing this and not use it as an electioneering tactic, just a mere electioneering tactic. Mr. Lee, will you please do that? Reduce some more the number of foreigners coming in and reduce our anxiety and fear for our jobs. Because we in transitioning.org have heard too many of those stories, and those are sad stories.